Hey, good day, guys. You're welcome to Magnet Web Coding. My name is Michael Gaga. I'm gonna be the one taking you guys through the course. I really want to say a big thank you for your patience. The class was supposed to start last week, but it was extended to this week because of the participant that came in late. So once again, I really want to say a very big thank you to all for your patience, especially those that registered the first week. For the benefit of those that do not understand what web programming is, I'm going to do a brief description. Sorry to say this, but this class is going to be we're going to be practicalizing everything we're going to be learning. I'm just doing this for the benefit of those that do not understand or do not know anything about web programming. So if you do not even understand all these things I'm going to explain, is not an issue, because the aim of this class is for those that do not even understand what web coding is. As we go through the classes, you would understand from the least to the highest, as long as you pay attention, watch and practice the classes. So web programming refers to writing, markup, and coding involved in web development, which includes web content, web clients, server scripting, and network security. The most common languages used for web programming are XML, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, and more others, but we're going to be focusing on 4 of those languages, which is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Firebase. For those that do not know what each of these programs are, I'm just going to give a very brief description about what each of these programs entails. Okay, the first and basic language for creating your web page is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language for creating web pages. HTML describes the structure of a web page. Every web page, for instance, you see on the internet is written using one version of HTML code or another. There are different versions for HTML, though the one we'll be working with is HTML5. Yeah. Now, HTML is used for formatting of text, images, your audio, your videos, tables, and stuffs on your internet browser. Without HTML, a browser would not know how to display text as elements or load images or other elements. HTML also provides a basic structure for your web page. One could think of HTML as the bone of a web page, using a human being as a reference. The HTML is like the structure. That's why I would say it is the bone. So sorry, we're not going to be doing a lot of talking, because like I said, it's just going to be more of practicalizing everything while learning. I'm just doing it for the benefit of those that do not have the slightest idea about web programming. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is CSS. CSS is an acronym for Cascading Style Sheet. CSS is a computer language for laying out and structuring web pages that has been written or created by your HTML or your XML. The language contains coding elements and is composed of these cascaded style sheets, which are equally called CSS files. CSS is a language for describing the presentation of a web page, including your colors, your layouts, and your fonts. It describes the way you want them to look like after you've written, maybe for instance you've written your header, you've written a paragraph. Although all these are written in tags, when we get there you understand more. Okay, it allows one to adapt a presentation of different types of devices such as the large screen, small screens, and so on and so forth. There are three types of CSS, which is we have the inline, we have the external, and we have the internal. And when you hear there are different types of CSS, someone might be wondering, oh, is it that there's maybe there's this type of CSS and there's another type of CSS and another? There is just one CSS, but it's just the method of application that made it to be classified into different types of CSS. Yeah, you might not understand what I'm saying now, but when we get there, you will understand perfectly. So, and now after CSS, the next one we're going to be moving over would be JavaScript. JavaScript is a web programming language commonly used in web development. It was developed by Netscape as a means to add dynamic and interactive elements to websites. JavaScript code can be inserted anywhere in your written HTML code of your web page. JavaScript can calculate, it can manipulate, and also validate your data. So many people use PHP for data management. We're going to be working with we'll use JavaScript and Firebase. So JavaScript was initially created to make web pages alive. Yes, the program is in this language are called scripts. That's what JavaScript languages are called. They're called scripts. For instance, in your browser, JavaScript is able to add new HTML to the page. Yes, change the existing content of your HTML, and it can also modify your styles. That is your CSS. CSS is your styles. You can use JavaScript to modify each of these. Yes, when you get there, you will understand that. JavaScript also reacts to user action, like maybe you run your mouse over something on your web page, your pointer movements, your key presses. You can use JavaScript to send requests over the network to remote servers, download and upload files, to get and set cookies, also questions to the visitor, show images, remember data on the client side. You would learn so much about JavaScript, and you learn all these things I'm talking about JavaScript. And the last thing we are going to be learning in this course will be Firebase. Yeah, Firebase is a back-end as a service. It provides developers with a variety of tools and services to help develop quality apps, grow your user base, and profits. It's built on Google infrastructure. Firebase is categorized as no SQL database program, which stores data in JSON-like documents. Firebase has three core services: real-time database, user authentication, and hosting. This and more of that we'll be talking about when we get there. And believe me, each and every one of you, no matter how hard it is now, even if you don't understand, you will understand when we get there. If you want to make your own research, feel free to do that. But I'm giving you the full assurance that you're going to get, because we're going to be practicalizing all these things. So one more last thing, I would really encourage you guys to practice the videos, not just watch them. Please practice, because practice makes perfect. Years ago I knew nothing about coding, but immediately I started learning and practicing. It really helped a lot, and I know anybody that has determination to do this will become better the way you want to. It all depends on your drive and determination. I would really plead with you guys to please subscribe to my channel to help my channel grow, and also click on the notification button so when new video is uploaded you get notified, even if I don't remember to send a message over the group. So maybe I don't need to remind you or do once, all human beings, but please remember to subscribe and click on the notification button to help each and every one of us here grow. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next class. Have a nice day.